Hi, my sweet friends, and welcome back to Crochet Every Day with Judy. Today I am talking about my crochet plans for 2021. I'm not going to call them goals. I've written down everything, and I just want to try and work this plan. I may have to tweak it a bit, but I want to see how far I get with it. So I started by listing everything. My current whips are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 10 current whips. The first one is Autumn's Favorite Swan Show, and I've actually finished that, but I may add something to it, and I will show that in another video. Then there's my Mrs. Beasley doll, which was what I chose for my Closet UFO Challenge from, let's see, it was given to me by Reggie from J-Hook Crochet, but she was challenged by Natalie from Natalie's Closet. Then there's so anyway, Mrs. Beasley is the one I will be finishing up first. Then there's the Magnolia Afghan that I started, gosh, it has to have been 8 or 10 years ago. And that one's for me. So that will go into in fact, most of the rest of these are for me. So that's in the queue. Next is a snowman. And this is like an amigurumi, so I'm not real good, and that's why I had put off finishing Mrs. Beasley. But, and as I said, I will show these in another video. So I have to finish the snowman. Then there's a shawl that I started on a crochet along last year. I don't even remember what month it was. It was the Sis Love shawl crochet along. I started it, I didn't finish it, so that has to be finished. The Lost Garden Afghan. This is by Helen Shrimpton. The pattern's by Helen Shrimpton. She has amazing Afghan patterns, and I've started it, but haven't worked on it too much. Then there's a pattern called My Favorite Tee. It's a t-shirt made out of cotton, and I think I've started it in the Lion Brand Kobu. So that has to be finished up. Excuse me. Then there's the Brain Beanie. I think I started this for my grandson, and I may yet give it to him, or my granddaughter. They like crazy things like that. But you crochet, I believe it's single crochet, a beanie, and then you have to crochet a 12-foot long tube. So I don't even know how far I've gotten, maybe 4 feet, maybe 5 feet, but it has to be 12 feet long. And then you, excuse me, you, excuse me, wind it to cover the beanie, to look like the brain. Then there is a soccer ball and bag, and that I will finish, and I'll give to my granddaughter because she does play soccer. And then there is a black fun fur shawl. That one's going to be really easy. I may kick that up in the list and finish that first, because then that would be a great feeling of accomplishment to have that done. Next I listed crochet alongs. I'm currently doing the Salvation Colors Afghan slash Lapghan, that's being run by Kelli from Kelli's Crochet Adventures. And then I'm also going to do the Birthstone Make-Along, which is being hosted by Judy at Witch Piece Crafts. And then the temperature project. It doesn't have to be a temperature Afghan, but you take your temperature from every day of the year, and you crochet a row each day. I believe mine might be a shawl of some kind, but I haven't chosen my yarns. I still have to choose my yarns for that, and I've started recording the temperatures. And I still have to choose the yarn for my Birthstone make-along. So those are the make-alongs that I'm doing. Then in January, I need to make a baby Afghan, which I actually have started. I need to make 4 Christmas ornaments, 10 blue hats for the Lion Brand Hat Not Hate campaign, 10 angel ornaments, and 2 prayer shawls. Now, in order to keep me on track, I've set myself a weekly schedule. I thought, okay, well, what if I tried making, because I do crochet every day. My channel name is Crochet Every Day with Judy. I'm retired, so I do have more time to crochet than a lot of others. And so I do crochet every day, even on the weekends, maybe even especially on the week, well, every day. So for my weekly schedule, now the prayer shawls that I mentioned are for my church's prayer shawl ministry. We give out prayer shawls for people who have had life events. We start when they're seniors in high school, and we give shawls to the graduating seniors to take with them to college or whatever they're going to do after high school graduation. And we pray over these, of course, and then we give them for things like the birth of a baby, if someone has a surgery, a major surgery, we give a prayer shawl for that. If someone has passed, we give a prayer shawl to the family, and just other big life events. So I've often made more than 2 prayer shawls a month, but for this year I'm planning to make 2 a month. So Sunday will be my day to work on prayer shawls. Monday is my day to work on Afghans, and in fact, today is Tuesday. This may not go out today, may not go out till tomorrow, but so on Monday of this week, I started the baby Afghan that I need to make. Tuesday is for Christmas ornaments, and I've already made several today. Wednesday is my WIP Wednesday, and I will only work on WIPs from that WIP list. That was the Mrs. Beasley doll, the Afghan, the snowman, the Sis Love shawl, all of those. So those will be worked on Wednesdays until they're completed. Thursdays are my blue hat making days for the Lion Brand Hat Not Hate campaign. Friday is going to be angel ornaments. I like to put these in Christmas cards. I didn't do it this past year for this past Christmas, but I have in years past, and I'd like to do that again. And then Saturday is going to be Maker's Choice. So whatever I decide I want to work on Saturday, that's what I'll work on. Now, I have planned projects. Some of these have been planned actually for several months because I bought quite a bit of yarn last year when Lion Brand started doing their flash sales, and when everything shut down, all the yarn companies, of course, started having these wonderful sales. So I bought from Lion Brand, I bought from Hobie, ice yarns from Gia at the yarnnut.com or yarnnut.com. So I bought a lot of yarns, and I decided what I wanted to make with them. So these are my planned projects for 2021. There's a pattern called the Lolly Split Wrap, and I'm sorry, I don't remember without getting it out where that was from. But for that, I'm going to use Shawl in a Ball, Pastel Pixie, and Shawl in a Cake Unique Unicorn. They really kind of go together. The next one is a Yarnspirations Go-To Crochet Shawl, and I'm going to use the Hobie Universe Galactic. Love that yarn. Then there's a Trellis Shawl, and I'm going to use Premier Yarns Garden for that. I'm going to make the Hag Shawl. Ryan at Yarn Hag Ryan came up with the Hag Stitch. So I'm going to make a Hag Shawl, and I'm using Mandala Sparkle in the colorway Draco for that. There will be a Butterfly Stitch Prayer Shawl, and I'm going to use the Lion Brand Summer Nights in the colorway Castaway. A Friendship Shawl, and I'm using Plymouth Yarn Royal Bamboo number 5734. A Poem of Stitches shawl. Can you tell I like shawls? I'm going to use the Cotton King Twirls in Galaxy Opal. So pretty. Then I'll make the Dragon Belly shawl, which I know is an old pattern, but I mean, it's been out for a while. Lots of people have made it, but I hadn't yet. So I will use Shawl in a Ball in Mindful Mauve. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a total of 15 planned. Truthfully, these patterns are printed out, and the yarn that I have chosen for each pattern is with that pattern, either in a crocheted basket, a project bag, excuse me, or just another kind of bowl sitting out that I've put these in. So then there's the Lace Jewels Hooded Scarf, and for that I will use Shawl in a Ball in Community Coral colorway. The Kalaheo Top, and for that I'm using the Hobie Rainbow 8-4 cotton. Oh, beautiful cotton in blue, green, and yellow. Setta's Hug and a Shawl, and that I want to start on pretty quickly. I'm using the Ice Rainbow yarn. Ice. Oh, I can't think of the other name of it, but the colorway, it's a rainbow colorway. Then a Painted Boxes Baby Blanket kit that I have. It's an Annie's kit. And it's from their Caring Crochet kit. So I'll be using the Annie's yarn that came with that. A Chinchilla Stole. It's going to look like chinchilla. This I have had the yarn for and the pattern for a long time. I mean years. It's made with Fun Fur Stripes, Night Sky, and Fun Fur Black. So it will be striped like a chinchilla. Then there's the Venus Shell Triangle Shawl, and I will make that of the Peyton's lace set in beautiful blue. So those are the, you know what? I fell short of the make-alongs. I just found another list, or a list. So anyway, those are the projects that I have that I want to get made this year. And there are 15 of them. So that means at least one a month, doesn't it? Okay. Then there's, excuse me, crochet-alongs and make-alongs for 2021. I already mentioned the Birthstone make-along by Witch Piece Crafts. And then Setta's, at Setta's Place, she does a make-along every year with, or she has for a few years, I guess, with the Alaska calendar. Now she is making cowls this year. I actually have a number of cowls already made up that I'm probably going to give away, actually. So I'm not sure what I will make, but each month. But I am going to make something each month. You know what? My Saturdays could be my crochet along and make along projects. So I will be making something for Setta's Alaska calendar challenge. Then J Hook Crochet and Reggie from J Hook Crochet and Catherine from Kath's Eyecatchers are doing a 2-month crochet along or make along, and they call it Vestuary Vest Fest because they started it January 1st and it goes through to February 28th. And so if you make it, you're supposed to use the hashtag Vestuary Vest Fest. So you can post, in their Facebook groups or on Instagram or any other social media. The Temperature Project that I told you about is being hosted by Katrina at Mindful Crafts and More. And I mentioned the Colors of Salvation Lap Gam being hosted by Kelli's Crochet Adventures. And then Christi at Crochet Creations by Christi is hosting a pineapple Afghan make-along. Well, it's a crochet along. She has a pattern for squares made in the pineapple pattern. And then, so you'll make 12 squares and then put them together at the end of the year. So those are the crochet alongs and the make alongs. Then the other thing that I did, I truthfully only started watching YouTube, really watching YouTube, last March or April. I had both knees replaced, one in November 2019 and one in March 2020. And the March one, it was the same week that everything closed down. My surgery was on the 10th, and everything closed down right after that. So, of course, I was home recovering. And this second recovery went easier than the first. So I was able to be up and around and doing more. So I started watching more YouTube videos and crochet YouTube videos, and got to know a lot of crochet channels. One thing I noticed that the excuse me, content creators did was they kept their band balls. I had never done that. From the band balls from all of the, see here, 2020 ball bands from all the yarn. When they finished, a skein, a ball, a hank, a cake, when they finished it, they put the ball bands, they kept the ball bands. And now Carrie Penny added up all her yardage, figured out the mileage, how many miles that was. She added up all the grams. She did much more information on it. All I did was I figured up how many yards. And I only started keeping my ball bands. This is only since August of 2020. All of these since August. This year I started right away. So from August through December of 2020, I used up 113 skeins, balls, hanks, cakes of yarn, and it came out to plus or minus 21,535 yards of yarn, just from August through December. August, September, October, November, December, 5 months. So this year I should have twice that, shouldn't I? So we'll see. But anyway, I thought that was a very interesting figure to come up with. So those are my plans for 2021. Sounds like a lot, but I think I'll get through most of it. For instance, I set myself the plan of making 4 Christmas ornaments in a month. Well, today I've already made 3. So on my Tuesdays, once I've finished each month my the number of Christmas ornaments I need to do for that month, then I can go on to using my Tuesdays for another project. So like I said, there will be some tweaking with all of this, but those are my plans for 2021. Tell me yours. What are your crochet goals, your crochet plans for 2021? Yes, I will be using a lot from my collection because, like I said, I've already got yarn that I had bought set out with patterns already planned for that. I'm getting quite a collection now of scraps as well. I may use that to make something for myself. We'll see. We'll see. But what are your plans? What are your goals, your crochet plans for 2021? Yeah, just tell me what you're planning on doing for the year. And thank you, all of you, for coming and watching and listening. I really would appreciate you subscribing, liking, and if you wouldn't mind, please share my videos, because I would love to have more, as they say, family members for my channel. So thank you so much. I love every one of you. I so appreciate all of you who watch and listen to my reading videos. I love doing the readings. So come back and see me. And remember that you are the light of the world. So please take your light out into the world. Let it shine brightly, because you never know when someone might need your light to get them through the darkness. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.